Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the E Cast, episode 5. The E Cast has gone most wanted. Another EROE original, may I add. How are we all doing today? My name is EROE, as always, and I am your host with the most. And, ladies and gentlemen, I feel like with each episode, I'm raising the bar a little bit higher each and every time. And when I tell you all that the guy I've got on today is a newer comrade of mine, we'll say. Shout out to the FTI family. Of course, I had to give some love over to the people that have had my back. And this guy right here, he hosts a podcast going on season 2 that's got over at least 20 episodes. He's also got a very hilarious TikTok game with one of my favorite things in the world, a series that he calls Shower Talks, which, don't worry, we're going to get into that. We're going to get into that.
Oh my god.
But, ladies and gentlemen, this dude works his ass off for everything I've ever seen him do. He is hilarious, and I am honored to call him a friend. Ladies and gentlemen, Nahom Bogale.
Please. I'm here, guys. You don't have to shower me with your applause. No, I'm messing with you.
Nahom, how are you, my friend?
I'm chilling, man. It's an honor to be here, to be honest. I know that you've been, doing streaming for a long time. And I think I messaged you a while ago about doing a collab, but then I just got super busy with, school and stuff. But, hey, glad that we're finally doing this right now.
Yeah, man. I mean, life's crazy. You know how it is. I mean, it definitely seems like nothing ever slows down.
Oh, sweet Jesus. You can say that again. Oh, my goodness.
But, all right. So, the 5th episode of the E-Cast. We are finally here. Halfway through. I don't know if I'm going to do season 1, maybe multiple seasons. I don't know yet. But, how does it feel? How does it feel to be on episode 5?
Feeling pretty good, man. Here's the thing. I can't lie. I've kind of been zoned out of most podcasts, but in terms of listening order, and when I get back to it, yours was always the first one that I had in mind to get back into. I just never got into it. So now that I'm here now, so I'm like, all right, you know what? As soon as I'm done this episode, I'm about to binge listen the entirety of the E-Cast. I kid you not. That's literally been my game plan right now.
My man. Well, so we've got, so before it was the E-Cast, it was actually, this is canon. It was called Small Talks with the Big Guy. I loved that fucking name, by the way. But
I rock with that name. But that name is tough.
It was way too long. It was way too long to put on merchandise. But
also very true.
Yeah. So I've got 2 seasons of that. The first season I had a kind of like what I'm doing now, Ryback. No entity, not Ryback. So the first season I've got a new guest on every episode, just like how I'm doing with this. Second season I did most of it by myself, and some of those episodes, I'm not gonna lie, are pretty painful. But with the revamp and with the E-Cast coming in hot and heavy, I have loved all of this. So I am super glad to be back, and I'm also just it's nice to be able to introduce people to people. You know what I mean? Because
oh, I get you.
Because I hate if I'm gonna go on a little bit of a rant. I do apologize. People,
you're good.
On TikTok, I see all the time. People are always doing the whole you got to show support to get support thing, right? The thing is though, is that you show them support, but you never get it back. I've hated that forever. So, and that's kind of what I wanted to stop with this E-Cast and with the podcast and everything, is I wanted to introduce people to people, because everybody has a story, and those stories deserve to be heard. So.
Oh, no, I get you completely. And really similarly in what you have in concept with the E-Cast is something I've been doing with my own podcast. I have a a mini series that I run on the podcast called Project YYC, where I interview people who are up and coming in the city where I'm from, well, Calgary. And they could be doing whatever. They could be like a Twitch streamer, They could be like YouTubers, rappers, artists, musicians, like literally anything. And who are up and coming from my city. And I'm like, you know what? Let me talk to them, see where they're coming from. Exactly how you're saying. Every different person has a different story. And my goal is to try and connect them to more people and just elevate the position even higher. So I get exactly where you're coming from.
100%. 100%. Also, before we get rolling here, ladies and gentlemen, exclamation mark NAHOM, and you can get the exclusive Linktree link. You get the Linktree link for my guest and everything that he's done. The Most Wanted podcast, his TikTok, his merchandise over on the FTI merch portal. There's also a really nice EROE t-shirt over there. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. What? Do me a favor.
Respect the hustle. Plug it whenever you can, bro.
I mean, hey, I'm wearing EROE gear right now, baby boy. So you know what I mean? But do me a favor. Go follow this man on everything he does. When I tell y'all he is hilarious, I am barely scratching the surface. Okay, I gotta say, Shower Talks is my favorite fucking thing in the world, bro. like, I love the idea of Shower Talks, right. And it's like, dude, it's hysterical. Like,
I really do appreciate it, man. Thank you.
You are, without a doubt, probably one of the funniest guys I know. Like, no bullshit. And like, hopefully someday, well, it's not going to be hopefully, it's going to be someday when you, me, Matthias, the FTI family, finally gets able to, I look forward to the content that we're going to make, because it's good. Ooh.
We have an in-person collaboration that would go stupid. Oh my goodness, that'd be crazy. That'd be insane. That'd be insane.
Hell yeah. But all right, why don't we get rolling, shall we?
Go for it.
All right. So how this works, ladies and gentlemen, for my listeners, for my first-time viewers, if you are not familiar, this is kind of almost like an interview, if you will. I want everybody to get to know my guest and everything that my guest does with their time. So, first and foremost, who the hell are you, my friend?
You know, I ask myself the same question every day. No, I'm messing with you. But yeah, like we were saying earlier, my name is Nahom. I'm 25. 25? Where am I getting this age from? What? I'm 21 years old. From Calgary, Alberta, so straight out of Canada. So I run my own podcast. What else do I do? I Twitch stream every now and then. I've been meaning to get back into Twitch streaming. I wanted to get my like a proper setup, because literally I've been streaming from my laptop in the past, and I can't lie to you, that shit has died on me like repeatedly. So I could only do like just chatting streams, and even then it's like just getting by kind of thing. So I'm like, I want to up my game before I get back into it.
Right.
But even then, when I was doing streaming, it was just like just chatting, and it was mostly like reacting to stuff on YouTube. But I also want to like live react to like music, like albums when they first come out. So that's also something that I want to do. But I also want to stream like video games, because one game I know for sure that I want to play on live is a game called Dragon Ball FighterZ, which is like a fighting game based obviously on Dragon Ball, and it's one of my favorite games to ever play. So I'm like, I want to stream that, but like my laptop when it comes to streaming is like a potato, so I can't do it right now. I also have a TikTok. It's probably in the link tree somewhere there. I don't even know how I set it up. Yeah, so I will be posting, like, I usually post like episode clips. Now starting to diversify with my TikToks, where I'm posting like, you know, my shower talks there as well, and other like random TikToks as well. And besides that, I'm also on YouTube, because I'm partnered with one of my friends named MAW, and he's starting up a new thing called Broad Hype Entertainment, where it's like, you know, think of it kind of like Barstools, where it's like Barstools like the overarching company name, and then like different names are going to be underneath. Mm-hmm. And my name is one of those like podcasts underneath. It's like one of the first ones there. Okay. It's pretty small right now, but I'm posting my YouTube portion. So like, you know, the video portions of the podcast, I post on his YouTube channel. And then I also started my own YouTube channel, but that's only where I post like episode clips. So like the same things that I would be posting on like, you know, social media pages, I'd also post on YouTube as like, you know, YouTube clips.
Hell yeah. That sounds awesome.
But besides that, yeah, I've just been working in school pretty much.
For sure. I mean, shit, man. There you go. I mean, so I guess it's like almost like an organization almost, and like within that is all these like little like domains almost.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, then again, so far it's literally just like Matab posting his stuff and me posting my stuff. We haven't really branched out too much yet, so
Yeah,
it's only just like the two of us at the moment. But besides that, it's nothing too crazy. I have nothing to brag about right now, but I want to definitely work harder on it and like dedicate more time to it this year. That I know for sure.
definitely. I think I can speak for everybody. We can all say. I mean, Entity said it in chat. Um, just barely, just chatting streams with you are the best. So we definitely miss you on Twitch, and looking forward to your comeback. Let's start that donation fund for a new PC for my boy over here, shall we?
I might as well start a GoFundMe at this point, man. I might as well.
Dead ass. How long would you say that you've been doing this just barely, just chatting streams?
I think I started last year. I think like the summertime of last year because that was a goal of mine. To start streaming last year. One of my goals last year when I started streaming was hitting an affiliate, and I hit affiliate like surprisingly quickly, and I was like, how the fuck did this happen? I'm like, whoa. So first of all, shout out FTI because y'all actually got me to that 50. So I'm like, okay, that was crazy. That was insane. Um,
Yes, sir.
but yeah, I think I started around the summertime, and literally during that point, what I was doing was I would work at my family's restaurant at the time. I close up, I run downstairs to the basement, I get my setup all set up, and then I just start streaming from there. It was the most bootleg setup I could ever do. And even then, I could barely stream for more than 2 hours because I did have to get home afterwards. My parents were like, why would you be staying at the restaurant for like more than 2 hours after you're already closed and cleaned up and everything? And I told them why. They're like, get your ass home. I'm like, yeah, that's fair. So that's why I haven't been able to do super long streams, but like, now that I'm able to stream from home, like in the setup that you currently see now, it's a temporary setup because I'm in my room. But when I get like my actual setup all good to go, best believe there's going to be some serious long late night streams, especially during the summer if I get the money right.
Oh hell yeah, man. Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you're like, it's safe to say that you're relatively new to this entire like creation, like content
Are
creating.
you referring to like content creation in general? I think I started like the very first thing I started was with the podcast, and I started that back in October of 2020. So roughly about 2 years old with the podcast. Holy shit, it's been about 2 years. That's crazy. No,
Yeah.
that's insane.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. No, man, time flies, bro.
Oh, I'm seeing. Oh my goodness. So there was that. Twitch, I think I started like around beginning of summer to like middle of summer. And then the shower talk videos, though, I think the very first episode I did was about what happened at Astrofest last year, like the whole Travis Scott situation. That was the very first episode that I put out. So, and then from there, I saw like all the hype and people were like, "Yo, this is fucking fire! Keep it going, keep it going." I'm like, "Okay, cool, all right, cool," because I thought it was just gonna be like a one-off series, maybe like one episode, see how it goes. If people don't like it, then I'm like, why would I waste my time? But if people enjoy it, then I'll keep on going.
Yeah.
But clearly people like it, so I'm like, let's keep it pushing. I think I just posted a new episode today, if I'm not tripping. I think I did. I'm like 90% sure I did.
No.
What was I talking about?
Exclamation mark Nahom in chat. Let's everyone go watch that after this.
Oh, I remember. I was talking about the Oscars, and I made sure to hold off about what happened on the Oscars, like when I wanted to talk about it.
Right.
And literally, I wanted to record about what happened the night of, but in my head, I was like, I know more things that are gonna come out about it, so let me hold off on it. And Lord, was I right? So I'm like, you know what? This was a great business decision. So
100%.
then I just posted that today, and it's all good to go. So I think overall, it's been pretty fun.
Awesome, man. I'm glad. What exactly got you into content creation, streaming, the podcast, etc.?
That is a good question. I've always had the idea of wanting to do things like relating to social media and like content creation.
Mm-hmm.
The very first thing I did was back in high school. I did what's it called? I had an Instagram page where I'd just be reporting on like basketball news. Um, it wasn't anything crazy. It was literally just me taking screenshots of other people who just reported the news and posting it on my Instagram. It was really bootleg, and after a while, I was just like, nah, I don't want to do that. Then I think around first year of university, I wanted to do a music review. So I just created an Instagram page, and I was setting up like I had my what's it called Microsoft OneNote. I
Mm-hmm.
had like reviews all set up. I only did it for one, and then halfway through, I realized like I don't really like writing down a whole script. So I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do that either. And then I had the idea in the back of my head of like, yeah, maybe what about a podcast? Just keep that in the back of my mind. And um, I was like, maybe that's not for me. It's not really my type of thing. But and this is about to take a sad turn, unfortunately. But when my grandma passed, literally August, no, September of 2 years ago, that kind of was like the final push where I'm like, you know what, life is too short. Let me just start. So I think I posted my first episode maybe 2 to 3 weeks after she passed. So I got everything all set up, like Instagram, bought my like very bootleg what's it called equipment. Like I bought like a $30 mic. I was using my what's it called my I didn't even have a camera for what's it called video portions. It was just like a
Mm-hmm.
bootleg mic, all on my laptop. That's it. That was my first episode, and to this day, it's still like in terms of like listeners, it's still my highest highest listened episode. So I'm like, how the hell am I supposed to top this when my first episode
Right.
was ass in hindsight? So that's pretty much what started it.
I mean, hey. Well, obviously, sorry about your grandmother.
Oh, appreciate it, man. I mean,
Yeah.
what can you do at this point? But
I mean,
appreciate it though.
Yeah. Well, it's life is life definitely happens, but kind of added to a little bit of fuel to the fire. So.
Oh, that is for sure. Yeah.
I guess that kind of like almost half-ass answers my next question, but I'm gonna go ahead and ask it anyway. Would you say that she was a part of your inspiration, or was there more to that?
Not necessarily my inspiration to do it, but more so the final, like it was more so her passing that was like the final kick to the ass that I needed to like start what I wanted to start. Um, so basically, like I've always wanted to do it, but I was just kind of scared. I was like, I don't know, maybe what if people don't listen to it, or I don't know, it's just not my type of thing. And then when she passed, it was like that final like nail in the coffin. Okay, that was a bad analogy. That was wow.
Oh no!
So sorry. I'm gonna get my ass beat when I die. Oh man, that was bad. That was bad. But what was I saying?
Rewind.
What was I saying? Yeah. So, well, I can't even think.
Inspiration.
Thank you. All right, thank you. Yeah, so it was more so like the final kick in the ass that I needed, because you always see death from like another family or like random people that you see on the news, and you're like, you have sympathy, but you don't really like feel like it doesn't hit you necessarily the same. And it doesn't necessarily change your life, how you move forward. But like when it's in the family, that's when like things definitely change for better or for worse, depending on the family member and how they want to deal with trauma and stuff. But in my situation, I use that as more so like that final kick I needed, where I'm like, you know what, life is too short. Let's just fuck it. If no one listens to it, I'll die knowing that I at least did it. So
yeah,
just keep it going.
There you go. What inspires you, or who inspires you? Either or, to keep going.
You are asking some very interesting questions today.
That's what we do.
Okay, well, I might as well say who inspired me, like in terms of like just starting. There was a podcast that I listened to for like forever. It's called the Peer to Peer Podcast. It was by Legend of Winning and Agent 00. They're both big time YouTubers. One of them is like NBA YouTuber, that NBA 2K YouTuber, Agent 00 is. That I used to follow back when I was like in high school. And Legend of Winning was also like, he follows like the NBA. He does like analytical stuff, and he's been doing that ever since I was in like grade 11, maybe grade 10. I've been following that for forever. So when I was watching them, I realized I was like, I really like that type of vibe where it's just chill. You're just talking with one of your friends, and you just keep the vibe going. So it's like, why don't I emulate something like that? And then for keeping it going, probably my friends. They're probably the biggest one, because even like every now and then, and even like you can tell like on my Instagram page, there's like sometimes where I'm like huge hiatuses between like when I post and like the next time I post. It is sometimes crazy. So sometimes my friends who like, yeah, it's like, yo, have you been keeping up with the podcast? What's going on with that? And that kind of like motivates me. And I'm like, okay, they still seem interested in it, so I'm like, let's keep it going. And then that kind of reignites the fire that I had when I first started it.
Yeah, definitely. Very nice, very nice. Touching. My next question is one of those questions.
Right.
I like to give everybody a heads up on this one because it's such a no one ever knows how to answer it, but I like to ask it anyway just because I like chaos.
Of course.
So what sets you apart from other channels / streamers / content creators, stuff like that? What would be like your sales pitch for you as a content creator?
That is a great question, because I ask myself that every single time I'm in the middle of editing. That is a great question. Really, it's just like, even the content that I cover is already been covered by like tons of people even before me. But you can never look at it where it's like, how do you differentiate yourself from other people? You can never look at it like that, because eventually content is going to overlap no matter how niche you want to make it to be. So basically the way I view it is really just, if you try and keep as authentic and true to yourself that you can be, that's all you can really ask for. Of course, you want to make things, funny, lighthearted, but my biggest thing is trying to be true to myself, because if I don't do that, then who else will do that for me, kind of thing. It's like, if I don't keep it genuine and authentic with each recording, then I'm like, I'm not going to be enjoying this recording. I'm not going to enjoy the podcast anymore. And then it's like, what's the point of even continuing? So keeping it as honest and true to myself as I can, that's probably what I would say differentiates me from others. But I don't know if that kind of answered your question or not. I kind of like took it on a little tangent or something, but that's probably my best answer I can give you.
I mean, no, it works. It works. Honestly, man, like, I don't ever know what kind of answer I'm gonna get with that question, because it is such a niche question to ask anybody, because like,
right,
we as content creators, streamers, artists, rappers, rock stars, whatever, whatever, we have our niche of what we do. And it's sometimes it's hard for one rock star to not sound like another rock star, and so on and so forth. So I never know what kind of answer I'm gonna get, and I can respect it. I respect it a lot. So, but to move on and move forward, Brackle says that E Cast is like Twitch's version of the Oprah show, except we apparently don't make people cry. Which, that's a lie, because I definitely saw Jedi crying last time that we had him on the E Cast. So,
if we're talking about the Oprah show, am I getting some gifts at the end? Is there something underneath my chair or something? I need to know. I need to know, man. A guy like me is broke right now. I kind of need that.
Hey, man, I don't know. You expecting to get gifts from me? I hear Matthias and Entity might be giving out stuff though.
Word? Yo, Matt, hit my line. Hit my line. You got my number. You got my number.
My man. Okay, so you've I'm trying to think here. Your podcast, the Most Wanted podcast. Make sure exclamation mark Nahom in chat. Go follow him if you're not already. You're on Spotify. I think I saw Apple, Anchor, Am I missing any others?
I'm literally on like every possible listening site that you could think of. So it's like if you think of it, me being there, I'm probably there. So let me remember off the top of my head. So I know Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Anchor, um, Overcast, Breaker, Pocket Cast, and Radio Public. Those are the sites that you can catch me on in terms of audio, like listening in general. Those are the sites you can catch me on.
Okay. And what about Shower Talks?
Shower Talks are on my Instagram, most_wanted_podcast. Twitter, on my Twitter page, most wanted pod. I don't know why it didn't let me say most wanted podcast. It wouldn't let me fit the whole name, so it's just most wanted pod. As well as on TikTok at most wanted podcast. Those are like the 3 places where I'd be posting Shower Talk at.
Gotcha. And again, you can find all those links in his link tree, which for my listeners listening after the fact, down in the description, I'll have every link that you need. Don't worry, you know Ero's got you, baby boy.
Appreciate you, man.
Of course. So I have to ask, like, where did the Most Wanted podcast come from? Like,
are you referring to like the name or like the content that I cover?
Let's start with the name and then move on to the content, because I'm always curious where people get the names for their creations. I'm always very curious about that.
Got you. So, what was this? Like maybe around the summertime of 2020, like before I started the podcast, I'd always wanted a picture of myself, but like as the One Piece bounty picture, because I've always been like a major One Piece fan. Like I'm caught up in the manga and everything. Here, hold on one quick second.
Oh boy.
Let me.
Oh boy.
Whew. Sorry for just walking out. But the reason why was I was grabbing this that I got from a friend's birthday. Or it was my birthday and a friend got it for me. Sorry. And it's like a big One Piece compendium. It's like I'm a huge fan, literally a big fan.
There you go.
And so, yeah, I could see. Sorry, my stream is delayed, so I just saw your face kind of like scrunch up. So I'm like, yeah, I apologize for just getting up randomly.
No, you're good. You're good.
Basically, I'm like a huge One Piece fan, and I always wanted like a bounty poster of myself.
Okay.
As a picture, and then while I was in the making, like I asked one of my friends to make one for me, and before they started, I kind of realized I'm like, hey, what if I started a podcast? So I'm like, you know what? What if I make my bounty picture the logo of the podcast? And so I was like, and I asked them, I'm like, yo, could you do that? And they're like, yeah, we got. And that's what they said. They're like, yeah, we got you. And so as a result, that was the logo. That was literally the birth of the logo. And the term most wanted means like in terms of like most wanted as in like, when you're watching, like reading a bounty poster, and it says most wanted, like dead or alive, and it shows like the bounty price. That's where I took the most wanted term from, and I just added podcast afterwards.
Very nice.
So I was literally all inspired by One Piece.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Now, Shower Talks.
Cool, got you. I already have an idea on where the question is going.
I say, I kind of the same question. Where did the idea for that come from?
All right, so this is probably what I was in one of my longest hiatuses of posting for like podcast. I just didn't have like a space to record at the time. Like I didn't know, like I couldn't record in my room. The restaurant we just had closed down at that point in time, so I couldn't record episodes there. So I'm like, I need to post like something so then people can remember that, I still exist. I'm still doing this. And I thought to myself, I'm like, what if I created content about like topics that are too short to cover on an episode, like a full-length episode? And I'm like, okay, but where would I record it? And I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna record in my bathroom. And I was like, what would I call it? What would I call, this mini series that I got going on? And I'm like, and I look up, I'm in my bathroom. I already have my setup all set up. I look up, I see my shower. I'm like, Shower Talk. Boom. That's it right there. And I asked my friends for verification on the name, because you can't just create a name and just not get any sort of like feedback on it.
Uh-huh.
So I asked my friends, and they're like, "My guy, you sound like you're about to sell something really sketchy if you got Shower Talk as the name." I'm like, listen. That's not what I'm trying to do here. And to go along with the whole Shower Talk aesthetic, I wear a bathrobe, like my bathrobe that I used to take a shower and stuff. I wear that over top. And to clarify, I am wearing clothing underneath every single episode. All right, I always am. If I ever do that, if I ever go like full on no clothes underneath when I'm recording a Shower Talk video, arrest me on the spot. I'm saying this right now, point blank on live stream. If I ever do that, arrest me on the spot. But yeah, I remember when I posted my very first episode, and I what's it called? You know when you can like tie up your shower robe?
Yeah.
I untied it, and I like showed to reveal that I was like wearing clothing underneath. And my friends literally messaged me. They're like, "I thought you were about to show us your dick. Why did you do that?" I'm like, "Guys, I'm literally wearing clothing. I told you ahead of time. Why would I post it if I was not wearing clothing?"
Right.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, the whole point of Shower Talk is kind of like to record episodes on topics that I don't feel would last for a whole full length episode.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? It's all out of my bathroom. It takes like 5 minutes max to record, and I just have so much fun editing these because like with the long form episodes itself, I can't really edit too much. Like I'll just cut down on like me saying like ands and ums and buts, and nothing too crazy. But when it comes to the Shower Talk videos, those ones I have so much fun because at that point I'm literally learning on the fly how to use different effects, how to add like other songs in the background, how to do like green screen things like that, and it's just been a blast to do. Like adding even memes on top of that, so it's really good. I really enjoy making those.
I say, man, as I've said numerous times already, Shower Talks is honestly one of my favorite things that you do. And as you were literally saying that you have to clarify that you're wearing clothing, Matthias was saying that in chat. Man has to clarify he's wearing clothing every time for y'all perverted motherfuckers.
Hey man. If I ever start an OnlyFans, you'll know exactly what type of content I'm posting. They're gonna be Shower Talk episodes, but nothing's gonna be underneath.
Say they're gonna be some risque Shower Talks.
You get me? I might as well do the Shower Talk in the shower. You see where I'm getting at?
Oh my
god. That's high level content right there. That's playing chess, not checkers.
Oh my god. Well, I think you got a few people in chat, entity, that would sign up for that. That's definitely for sure.
Oh brother. Oh my god. Listen. I'm flattered. But if you ever catch me on OnlyFans, just put me in the nearest shelter. I need help. That's literally my cry for help. My other cry, here's my 2 cries for help. If I ever start in OnlyFans, or if you ever see me on Dancing with the Stars, that's how you know I've given up on most things in life. Like at that point, I'm just like, yeah, I'm done. Please, big guy upstairs, take me away. Just get me help immediately.
I mean, hey man, Carol Baskin was on Dancing with the Stars and she did all right.
Was she actually? I didn't even see that.
Yeah, she danced to "Eye of the Tiger" by Survivor. Because of course she did.
Of course she did. No way that was not planned whatsoever.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, and also I just want to say for the record, live stream chat. Please make sure that you have some Q&A questions prepared, because as we all know, and if you don't, well, now you do, we do a live Q&A session after the fact of the main portion of the podcast. So if you have any questions for me, or more importantly, my guest, please make sure that you prepare those, and I will let you all know when to fire them out. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's time for everybody's favorite segment of the E-Cast, and my own favorite segment as well, EROE's Top 5. Still need to get like some like EROE's Top 5.
Or like a soundboard specifically for that.
Something like that.
So sick. Oh, that'd be so cool.
Something like that. Nahom, here's the deal, brother. The EROE's Top 5 is 5 not so easy, not so simple questions that prove to me, the chat, my listeners, and most likely to yourself, that you are indeed an actual person. You know what I mean? We just trying to make sure.
Those Google bot questions where you're like clicking how many stairs there are,
Yeah.
and you always have to guess if there's like a little sliver on the next slide. It's like, do I click it? Do I don't? I swear to Jesus, if it's one of these questions, I'm leaving right now.
Yeah. Okay. Question 1. How many stairs are in this? I'm messing with you.
Oh, I was about to, I have my hand hovering over it.
All right. So I'm always really curious how this is going to start off, because I have a running joke with this first question, but I'm gonna let you answer it and then I'll tell you what the running joke is. First question.
Quick question before we start.
Yeah, go ahead.
Are these usually the same questions that you ask for every guest, or do you switch it up depending on the guest?
Nope. The only questions I switch up depending on the guest are the personal questions that I make up.
Got you.
Ero's top 5
That's
is
the only question I wanted to know.
For sure. Ero's top 5 is the same. I think I only switched up one question from it turning from Small Talks with the Big Guy to the E-Cast.
Got you. All right. Don't even worry about it. I got you. Hit me.
All right. Question 1. What's your favorite ice cream?
Ooh. I got 2. Can I say 2?
You can absolutely take 2.
All right, cool. Cookies and cream is one of my favorites. And then there's what's it called? There's an Italian ice cream place that's right by my house, and they sell this one flavor. I don't know if it's a common flavor, called raspberry sorbetto. Those 2 are my favorite flavors of ice cream of all time. I can never go without those.
Okay. So you have me curious of this raspberry.
Oh, it's so good. Oh my goodness. It is delicious. It's like cracking your system.
For sure. I also just I don't ever stop the top 5 for nothing. But I just need to say the timing that you and Entity had right there. You said cookies and cream, and he literally typed cookies and cream. Like,
God damn it. I'm literally reading the chat right now. This man you're gross. You're gross.
The timing on that was fantastic. And my running joke for this question, by the way, is that my most of my viewers, or most of my guests in the very first season of this, most of them said mint chocolate chip.
Really?
Yes. And actually, with the next post for the E-Cast, I'm actually going to do a live count for how many times people have said mint chocolate chip.
Oh, that's genius. Okay. Awesome.
Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah. So, and I mean, I had 11 people my first time. You're technically guest number 6 because, we had Entity and Matthias, so. But,
I see.
But I like the, I always appreciate when someone brings something out of the norm in, you know what I mean? So that raspberry sounds really good.
Oh, raspberry was delicious. It's specifically called like raspberry sorbetto, I think. So if you find that, it's specifically from a company called Amato Gelato, if you've heard of them. I don't know if they branched out into America, but I know in Canada, they're just, especially in Calgary, they're just amazing. Amazing.
I may have to hit you up for the logo for that company, and just so I can go find them, because I am intrigued. I love a good raspberry.
I got you. All right, got you.
Moving on. This is a twofer, and you can answer whichever one you want to first. And as far as what your favorite of anything that I'm gonna ask you is, I don't care if you give me a list of 10 to 20. Or you can just give me one. Of course, it's completely up to you. But I need to know, what's your favorite video game of all time? And what's your favorite video game right now?
Oh, you are. These are great questions. Okay.
And like I said, if you need to split it up with a couple, like, that's cool too.
Awesome. All right, cool. So I got a couple on my mind for favorite games of all time. Sonic Adventure 2 Battle for specifically the Nintendo GameCube.
Okay.
Because that was probably my first Sonic game that I've ever played. This is still my favorite Sonic game I've ever played. That shit is amazing. What else? Okay, well, let me also say, has it been dated like at this point, like in terms of graphics and like gameplay and stuff? Yes. Is it still one of my favorite games? Yes. What else? Smash Bros. Melee.
Of course. Classic.
Gotta think. What else? Uncharted 2.
Oh, okay.
Big fan of the Uncharted series. Big fan. When I got my PS4, came with the Uncharted trilogy, and then I bought Uncharted 4 right afterwards. So I've played like the entire games multiple times. So
say the first Uncharted was the first game I ever played on the PS3. So
really,
yep. Me and my dad both sat for probably 6 hours playing that one night when we first got the PS3.
Oh, it's such a good game.
Yeah,
oh my goodness.
Yeah, it was super fun.
So it's tied between Uncharted 2 and 4. So I'm gonna say 2 because of nostalgia.
Fair enough.
Now, do I have any other ones? I think that's it for favorite games of all time.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so. Oh shit! I almost forgot Mario Kart. How, bro? I'm actually dumb. Oh my goodness! How did I forget Mario Kart? Oh my goodness! And Mario Kart. Sorry. If we're gonna specify which Mario Kart,
of course,
probably the most recent one, so Mario Kart 8.
Okay.
But also there was another one that I used to play the shit out of. I think it was Mario Kart DS, not Mario Kart 3DS. Mario Kart DS. That was crazy fun. And then favorite games to play right now. Dragon Ball Z Fighters. I know I mentioned that earlier.
Yep.
Spider-Man Miles Morales. Specifically when you're doing the photo mode. Oh my goodness. I've been replaying Miles Morales for like the 4th time now. And I've literally just been spamming Twitter with like all the pictures that I've been taking from photo mode. It's so much fun. What else? That's Do people normally take a long time when answering this question?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay, cool. Because I didn't want to be that one person that took forever.
Well, I mean, because you were one of the few that chose to not have any of the questions exposed to you.
Okay.
So, like, and there are a couple that have as well. Y'all do typically take the longest because obviously you don't know what I'm going to ask, so you're not prepared.
Fair enough.
So, I mean, it's understandable, and I am hitting you right over the head with some, like, questions, you know what I mean?
True. No, that's very true. That is very true. What other game do I play a lot now? Is it Spider-Man, Miles Morales? Technically, both, like, the first Marvel Spider-Man as well as Spider-Man Miles Morales. Dragon Ball Fighter Z, and I know I'm forgetting one more. Probably Infamous Second Son.
Oh, okay.
I love the Infamous series. I love it to death.
I do
it's
as well.
So much fun.
I do as well. Cole McGrath's my boy.
Oh, of course. Oh my goodness. When Infamous 2 dropped, that went insane. Jesus.
Yeah. Okay. I did not expect a Second Son drop. Okay. Fair enough.
I do enjoy me some Second Son.
Hey, man. I don't like that one as much. Honestly, the first one for me was the best.
The first one, really?
Yeah,
I would say story-wise, the first one I would give.
Yeah.
But in terms of gameplay, I'd probably give it the Second Son.
Gameplay
and story are like the two biggest things I'd look for.
Yeah.
So story-wise, I probably lean more towards the first Infamous, but gameplay-wise, like it has to be Second Son.
Yeah. I say like all the different powers you get out of Second Son is wild. Like,
they're insane.
I don't understand how that series hasn't gotten a reboot by now, but
right.
We're rebooting everything underneath the damn.
Why? Okay, listen. In hindsight, okay, here's a little bit of perspective for you. I'm using my phone, like what's it called? The flashlight, as to light up my face, right? And all of a sudden I got a phone call, so I'm like, it must be an emergency because my phone's on Do Not Disturb. And I check my phone. It's literally one of my friends. I'm like, bro, I can answer this some other time. Now is not the time to answer this call. I am so sorry.
You're all right. You're all right. You may want to adjust yourself a little bit.
Got you. Give me one quick second. God, this happened literally one time as well when I was recording an episode of the podcast. I was literally talking with one of my friends, right? And oh, wait, let me check Discord to see how I'm looking. Okay, cool. Yeah,
you're good. You're good.
Cool. No, I remember I was recording one episode with one of my friends for like full-length episode. And at the time, I didn't have like an actual camera. I was using my phone as my camera. And what had happened was we were talking about my grandma, and I made a joke about my grandma because that episode was like a more serious episode. We were talking about like loss and stuff. And I brought up my grandma, and I made a joke, and all of a sudden my phone fell, and I'm like, yeah, that's karma at that point. that was literally karma. That was karma.
Oh my god.
So I think going back to what we were saying, all-time games, I would probably say Uncharted 2, Mario Kart 8/DS, Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, and I think those are all that I said. Then and obviously Smash Bros.
Right. And Melee.
And then current games that I love are the Spider-Man series, Infamous Second Son, and Dragon Ball Z Fighters.
I still haven't, unfortunately, dabbled into Miles. I loved Spider-Man so much. I have not dabbled into Miles, but I wanted to wait until I got a PS5 in order to actually get it. But it does. I think I might as well just fucking get it to this point.
I would say when it comes to Spider-Man Miles Morales, like in terms of gameplay wise, it's a lot shorter than the original game.
Yeah.
But the web swinging is so much better. Oh, Insomniac put crack in that system because it is beautiful on how web swinging works. Like you can do some crazy stuff with it.
For sure.
So I'm like, yeah, I love Miles Morales. That's why I play that more than the original game, to be honest.
For sure. I see all the time on TikTok people doing the scene from Into the Spider-Verse where he's fallen listening to I can't think of the song right now. Yeah,
Sunflower.
Yeah, there it is. So you know what I'm talking about. Where he's fallen listening to that, and then all of a sudden he just starts going. So
I literally had to sing the song in my head for a little bit, get to the lyrics. I'm like, oh, that's the name.
Right. All right, flip flop. We're gonna go from I fucked it already. We're gonna go from games to my other favorite media, movies.
Right. Okay.
I want to know your favorite movie or movies of all time. Same deal. You can give me a list if it makes it a little easier for you.
Got you. All right. Favorite movie of all time? Interstellar.
Oh, okay.
Oh, actually, wait. Recently, another movie that's also coming up there, Everything Everywhere All at Once, recently just dropped. That shit hit my soul when I watched it. Okay. So that's probably like second favorite all time.
Okay. I haven't seen that one yet.
It's really good. It just came out like about a week ago, I think.
Yeah.
It has to win Best Picture this year. I'm praying that it does. What else? Avengers Endgame. Actually, no, I prefer Infinity War over damn. Wait, what am I doing? Why am I talking all about these? Yo, put up the Batman as number 3. The Batman.
Okay.
I am vengeance in this bitch. Number 4. At this point, I'm just giving you my top 5.
That's
number 4. What do I like more over Infinity War and Endgame? Damn. Yeah, okay. I just saw what Eddie Maddox said. Infinity War is the better standalone, but Endgame's the clean wrap. Yeah, no, I completely agree.
Absolutely.
Fuck. I'm gonna say Infinity War. 4. And then what would be 5? Let me think of movies outside of the MCU and DC. Pacific Rim. I watched that when I was a kid, and I loved Pacific Rim. That was such a good movie.
I say solid movie. Started its own little universe off of that.
I would say the second movie is infinitely worse than the first one, though. I can't lie. The first one was amazing, but the second one was just not the same. It just did not have the same type of magic.
Did you ever catch they did like a short anime series on Netflix
They did what?
They did. I think it was like a 4 or 5 episode short anime series on Netflix about Pacific Rim, and apparently it slapped. But I have yet to see it.
I know what I'm doing with my night. I know what I'm doing.
Hell yeah. And Entity, I absolutely agree. Although between the two, I do prefer Infinity War because I'm a Thanos guy.
Me too.
I'm a villain guy, man. Like I love a good villain.
Too. That's why I'm so excited for when I know they're gonna bring in Doctor Doom. Doctor Doom is one of my favorite like Marvel villains.
Mm-hmm.
Probably villains in terms of comic books in general, because he's just about that smoke. I just need that energy to be in the MCU. Like I need it there. Oh my goodness.
Okay, so I'm gonna take a break from the top 5 briefly because I need to know who's your dream casting for Doctor Doom. I have my guy. Who's your guy? Or I'm sorry. Who's your person? Could be a woman. Could be a woman. If you want. Mine's not a woman.
That's a good question. That is a good question.
Joker is better. You're wrong. 100%. Sorry.
At this point, At this point, I'm sick and tired of the Joker. Joker is one of my favorite villains of all time, but I've just seen him so often that I'm like, I'm tired of seeing him. I want to see Mr. Freeze. I want to see Bane more. I want to see Two-Face is probably my favorite Batman villain of all time. So I want to see him more.
Where and when are we gonna get Clayface in a fucking Batman movie, bro?
Oh, you know what would go really crazy? Clayface, Hush teaming up together in a Batman movie, and it's like a detective movie, just like how it was with the Batman.
Yeah.
That would be insanely good.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I'm down for your Batman movie, 100%.
Oh, that I need that. But what was your question? Oh, fan pick for Doctor Doom.
Yeah, Dreamcast for Doctor Doom.
That is a good question. The first person that pops up into my head immediately is the guy who played Scarecrow in The Dark Knight, or not in The Dark Knight, in Batman Begins. I don't remember what his name is.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But that's the first thing that pops into my mind. I never really fully thought about that. That is a good question. But if I were to say anyone, but it has to be someone who has that oomph in his voice, you know?
Brackle is. I'm sorry to cut you off. Brackle,
no, go ahead.
Brackle over here is the endless knowledge of Hollywood people. Cillian Murphy is who you're thinking of.
Thank you. Yeah, Cillian Murphy. That's who it is. No, it's Killian. Oh yeah, it's Killian. Is it
Killian or Cillian?
It's Killian. It's Cillian Murphy. I remember. Thank you, Brackle. What's it called? But I haven't thought about my fan pick for Doom. But I know that he just has to have that oomph in his voice. Like when he talks, you will listen type of voice.
100%.
But in terms of face wise, Cillian Murphy has it. But I think I got Cillian Murphy right now. I don't know. That's probably the most out of left field type of fan pick, but
I mean, I'm not mad about it.
I don't know. I gotta think on that more.
So
I gotta think about it more.
I'll throw you mine. And mine would only make sense if you have Old Man Magneto. Which I'm drawing a blank on his name, and I'm gonna kick myself for it later.
Ian McKellen.
Thank you. Yes, Sir Ian McKellen.
I got you.
Thank you. As long as he's Old Man Magneto, Michael Fassbender as Dr. Doom.
Ooh.
He's got the build. He's got the age. He's got that menacing voice, man. He would destroy. And then opposite to him, you have Emily Blunt and John Krasinski as Mr. Fantastic and Invisible Woman. I just wrote your Fantastic Four movie.
I can see that.
Kevin Feige, call me up, bro.
I completely agree. No, I agree with that. I agree with that fan casting. And then Michael Fassbender. That I didn't even think of him. That's a fire pick. Oh my goodness. Because I'm to this day, X-Men First Class is one of my favorite, probably my favorite X-Men movie.
Yeah.
And you remember the scene where he's talking with those two insert N-word from Germany, because I don't know if we can say because TOS.
Right,
Um,
right.
what's it called? But yeah, those soldiers,
Yep.
and he was talking about for blood or for honor kind of thing, and like he was just interrogating them on where to find Sebastian Shaw. Oh my, that was so fire! Oh my goodness, that was so clean.
I say out of
So yeah,
all
no,
of
I would definitely.
out of all of the newer X-Men movies, I would say First Class is probably also my favorite. But they
Oh yeah,
do kind of get just a little worse with each one. But
yeah, no, that's typical Fox. Like they'll
yeah.
they'll do one thing really well and just immediately shit the bed on it, like for no reason, literally no reason.
And yes, Brackle, James McAvoy does make those movies. The chemistry between him and
He
Michael
was a good young
Fassbender.
Professor X. Yeah, their chemistry was really good.
Yeah. Okay. Now we're gonna flip flop again
All right,
because the bottom side's now cooked. We're gonna go back up to the top.
all right,
You sent me a top 10, a top 10 of your favorite
right.
songs that you've been fucking with recently. I think is what you said.
Yeah, it was recently. It was recently because you. I kind of was like last minute thing. I was like, damn, I don't have a top 10 all time, so I just put in like 10 songs that like I really mess with at the moment. So I'm like, yeah, I got
For
you.
sure, for sure. Which I just want to say, this playlist that I'm about to throw in chat, which again for my listeners, it'll be down in the description of the episode below. But for my chat, that link that I just posted in the chat, that is the official E Cast Top 10 playlist. We're sitting at 61 songs, Matthias. um, and it is one of the craziest playlists I've ever listened to. But what I'd like you to do is I would like you to walk us through your top 10, going from 10 to 1, and why
Okay.
exactly you chose those songs.
All right, let me pull it up because I do not remember off the top of my head. Let me just pull it up right here. Here we go. All right. Okay. So, Pink and White by what's it called? Frank Ocean. That one puts me in an instant vibe. I think I put that number one. Oh wait, did you want me to go 10 to 1 or 1 to 10?
It don't matter.
Okay, cool. So, number 1, Pink and White plus Frank Ocean. I think that song would probably even still be in my top 10 all-time songs cuz it's just such a vibe and it's not like it's a depressing song. Like it just puts you in like a chill mood,
Mm-hmm.
and it's probably one of the first songs I play every time I'm not recording but editing a video, whether it be like for a shower talk video or like long term, like not long term, long form like actual full on podcast episode. This is always in the shuffle when I'm listening to music.
For sure.
Um, okay, let me see. Call Out My Name by The Weeknd. Okay, I'm a huge Weeknd fan. Fellow
I hear
Ethiopian,
that. I
gotta
hear that.
represent, right? And Call Out My Name. Oh man, that one is depression. I can't lie. That one is full depression. That one is pure pain.
Yeah.
And then 3 and 4 are both by the same person. So number 3 is In a Sentimental Mood by Duke Ellington. Number 4 is Hap by Duke Ellington. I've never known how to pronounce that name or that title. Because I'm also like a really big fan of jazz, smooth jazz. I've never been a fan of jazz where they have people singing over it. I've just been more of like a fan of the instrumentals just being the song.
Yeah.
And those two are always in the go around when I'm listening to music while I'm editing. So yeah. Number 5, Vil Mentality by J. Cole. J. Cole is one of my favorite rappers of all time. And this song, Vil Mentality, is from what I believe to be his best album, For Your Eyes Only. And this was probably one of my favorite songs that come from his album. So I think that's definitely why it's in there.
For sure.
6, Black Quails by Thundercat. Thundercat I recently started listening to. And he's just pure vibes. Literally, him on the bass guitar is like crack cocaine in my system. It's amazing to listen to what this guy can do. And it's probably one of my favorite songs that I've listened to him. I'm still listening to more of his stuff. I'm still trying to get more and more immersed into his stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But at the moment, this is probably my favorite song from him. Number 7, Wait a Minute by Willow Smith. Now the Smith family are wild. Like like, if we're just gonna exclude their family, like, you know, their music and stuff, the Smith family is something else. But I can't lie, Willow and Jaden Smith, they make good music. They make some nice music. So wait a minute, and I know number 10 I have 90 by Jaden Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them really great songs. They're just super vibey songs kind of thing. Number 8. Ooh, excuse me. Number 8 is Child's Play by Drake. This is coming from my personal favorite album of Drake. What's it called? Views. Well, not my personal favorite, but like definitely in the top 3. Definitely in the top 3 of my favorite albums of his.
Okay.
And this one is probably my favorite song from that album. It's just not a vibe, but like it hypes you up. Like, especially if you're like about to do something like say for example, you're going to the club with your friends. Excellent hype up song before you go in there. And last number is number 9, because I already covered number 10. Number 9 is 20 Minutes by Lil Uzi Vert. Easily Lil Uzi's best song, in my opinion. It's just instant vibes, just chilling. You know, how did it go? Like 21 minutes until I got and it's literally okay. Bad singing, but the beat is such a vibe.
Yeah.
Okay, I've kind of been saying it's a vibe for most of these, but basically, most of these that I put down here, I'm listening to while I'm editing for the podcast. So, good chance they're always going to be in the rotation.
For sure.
So that would probably be my top 10 when it comes to songs recently. If we're including all time, Michael Jackson's in there.
Oh,
easily.
It has to be.
Easily.
Has to be.
Mm-hmm.
Has to be. Favorite Michael Jackson song?
Ooh, good questions. Dangerous. I think that was in his song Dangerous. Oh no, wait, sorry, not Dangerous. Remember the Time. That was the song that I was thinking about.
Oh,
Remember the Time.
Yeah.
Remember the Time. Don't Stop Till You Get Enough. All time classic, especially with Rush Hour 2. Especially with that Rush Hour 2 scene. Peak. That was amazing.
Let's say Chris Tucker makes that entire thing.
Oh, instantly. Oh yeah, he carried it.
Yeah.
What else? I know there's got to be a couple more. Thriller is overplayed in my opinion. It is one of his best songs, obviously, but like I've heard it so often, I'm just every time I hear it in my throwbacks playlist, I instantly like fast forward.
Can I hit you with a hot take on Thriller?
Go for it.
The dance is more popular than the actual song.
I agree. I can see that. I can actually see that.
I'm sorry, but like whenever I think of Thriller, or whenever I even hear Thriller, I just immediately think of this shit. that's all I'm thinking about.
Immediately of like elementary school. We used to do those school dances, and everyone's just doing this for Halloween dances.
Yeah,
every time.
100%.
Every time.
100%. Oh my god.
Damn, now you're gonna make me open up my Spotify. Give me one quick second. I got it. No, there's got to be at least one more.
Oh, you're
That's
good.
just killing me.
You're good. I got to give a quick shout out though. We got a celebrity in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Emerson Corleone in the chat. What's going on, brother? How you doing, man? Glad to see you in the chat.
Let's see. I wanna ride with you.
I gotta, and also I'm gonna bust out one that I don't think anyone ever says is their favorite.
What's up?
I'm gonna say the Earth song.
Ooh, that's an underrated pick from Michael Jackson. Underrated.
I love that song, and like I don't listen to a whole lot of Michael Jackson, but like when I get into my little phases, like Don't Stop Till You Get Enough, Smooth Criminal, all of those. But then like I bust out the Earth song if I'm wanting to get I want to feel something in my chest, and especially at this breakdown at the end, I love that song. Plus the music video, the music video is just killer.
It's crazy. I remember watching it when I was a kid. Oh my goodness, I was shocked. I'm like, oh, climate change is real. Oh my goodness. Man. And then I think probably either Pretty Young Thing, so PYT. I said Rock With You. I'm so sorry for holding this up. Give me like
You're good,
2
man.
seconds. I'm gonna figure this out.
No, man, floor is yours. Take all the time you need.
My Michael. I'm literally going into my throwback playlist right now just to search this up. Let's
Love
see.
it. I love it. Fuck it. We'll do it live.
Oh yeah, of course. Let's see. Oh, Another Part of Me, and You
Oh.
Rock My World. Those are the last two. Sorry,
Yep.
those are the last two. Another
Yep.
Part of Me and You Rock My World.
Yep.
And another thing too, a lot of people underrate his last album that he put out, like his posthumous. Is that how you pronounce that? Like the album that came out after he passed.
Yeah.
Escape. Underrated. Oh my goodness, so many good songs in there.
I would definitely agree.
But yeah, those are my favorite songs right there for you.
Fair enough, man. That's between that and the regular top 10. Those are both damn good lists.
Appreciate it.
I'm gonna hit you with number 5, and I'm gonna, as I typically do, I give y'all the floor, and I'm gonna mute for your answer.
Okay.
We all know that the world is crazy.
Right.
With everything going on, obviously we don't get into details here. Between just everything going on. It always seems like it's something new every single day. And I feel like the world focuses much too hard on all the negatives in the world. And
right.
I feel like we need more positives. I ask every single one of my guests, if you could say just one simple thing to the world, no matter what it would be, what would it be? And like I said, the floor is yours. I'm going to mute.
That is one of the best questions I've ever been asked. Damn. I would probably say in this current time frame, a lot of people are stressed, overworked, underpaid, and just overall just like at their wits' end. My biggest piece of advice and something that I'm still learning to accept: take things one step at a time. Accomplish, like, say for example, you have like a long-term goal that you want to achieve. Do it in baby steps. Achieve, like, have many goals that you set up in the day for you. And you may not hit your goal by the end of the day or the end of the week, but like soon enough, you're gonna hit it and you're not even gonna realize that you actually hit it. And I think that also lends to a sense of positivity as well. Because when you always think of your long term goals and you're just about to start off, you're like, oh, there's so many things that I have to do. Oh my goodness, I'm only at step one. There's so many things that I have left to accomplish and stuff. If you take things one step at a time, it relieves your burden tremendously. And I think that's something that everyone should work on. Hell, including myself. I I need to take more of what I say into account. But yeah, taking one thing a day at a time relieves your stress, leaves you more open to be you. And yeah, that's all I got. Take things one step at a time. It'll save so many people time, effort, energy, everything.
I can appreciate it, man. I can definitely appreciate it. But, ladies and gentlemen, that is Zero's Top 5. Once again, another flawless segment done. And you know what's one other thing that you need to take a step at a time?
What's up?
That's getting some delicious MAW Energy. I didn't know when I wanted to put this in here, but I'm going to do it anyway.
Plug.
Ladies and gentlemen,
W plug-in.
Ladies and gentlemen, the E Cast is proudly sponsored by MAW Energy, and we're just gonna money shot right there in the cup. Delicious flavor, powder that instantly dissolves the second it hits water. 0 sugar. There are 101 reasons as to why you should give MAW Energy a try, but take it from me, it's 100% worth it. And the best part, you can try MAW Energy, and I will say this louder for the people in the back. You can try MAW Energy for free. All you got to do is pay shipping with using my affiliate link. Red just dropped it in chat. Red, how you doing? Exclamation mark MAW in chat. You hear it? You hear it? 6 delicious flavors. And, of course, we are going to be sipping on one of my personal favorites, Rip Harambe. I didn't come up with the name. They did. So make sure you use my affiliate link. Go get yourself a container, a 60 scoop tub of MAW Energy for free. Just pay shipping. And on your next purchase of MAW, use code MAW10 and get 10% off your entire order. Go get you some MAW Energy. Be a beast.
Cannot lie to you. Was not expecting the name of your flavor to be R.I.P. or
Bro, trust me when I saw this the first time, I thought they were fucking with me. I was like, there's no way that's an actual flavor. And deadass, I'll even put it up to the camera. And Red's right. Honestly, this is one of the best flavors. It's like a guava berry mango, and like honestly, it slaps.
Okay.
Next to it though is the Arctic Howl, which if you've ever had the white Gatorade, it's pretty much just like that.
Ooh, okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to tap in.
Yeah, man. You get a container for free. All you gotta do is pay shipping, and they do a buy one get one pretty much every other month. And trust me when I say, I don't endorse shit that doesn't taste good. Because trust me, I'm not making a bunch of money off of MAW. Trust me when I say that. Spoiler alert.
Right.
I genuinely enjoy their product. However, I will say, this used to have a logo right here on this cup. It's no longer there. They need to update. They need to up their shaker game a little bit. But other than that, I love you. I love you, MAW. I love you.
Okay. I'm gonna have to tap into that. Okay, got you.
All right. Chat, I'm going to go ahead and ask a few more questions just, to kind of wrap things up here. If we want to go ahead and start shooting off the Q&A questions, now would be the time. Listen, my man. I knew that this podcast wasn't going to happen without us talking at least a little bit about anime.
Oh, yeah, that had to happen sooner or later.
So I got to ask you, what's your favorite anime that you're watching currently right now?
One Piece, without a shadow of a doubt. No hesitation needed, no hesitation required. There's a reason I call it Goat Piece, man. Easily some of the best storytelling, best world building I've ever seen in anime. The character development, the Straw Hat crew, ride or dies. Even the side characters get development as well. Like, they don't get forgotten. They still get, plot importance and everything. Like, even characters that are brought in from like the very first couple of arcs, like how long One Piece is. Even characters from the last couple like very beginning arcs, I kid you not, they're still super important to this day, 20 plus years later. That's how crazy this is. So by far One Piece, easily.
I've never seen an episode. It's
Fair.
it's on the list, but like, as you know, I'm just recently getting into anime within the past year, and
right.
I obviously I'm caught up on Attack on Titan. I'm caught up on Demon Slayer. I mean, obviously Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, Dragon Ball, but I mean, I watched those when I was a kid, back when it aired originally in the 90s. Not trying to give too much away how old I am here, but whatever. I'm in the middle of Shippuden right now. And I am nearing the end of it, and I'm dreading it because I love it right now.
So wait, could I ask which part of Shippuden you're around right now, just to gauge where you're at?
Yeah. I'm in the middle of the Great War, and Madara is gonna show up here at any point.
Oh,
yeah.
You're gonna love what happens. That's all I'm gonna say. With Madara, you're gonna love what happens.
Dude, I've been I know a little bit more than I should. Because, Naruto's been around for a while now. I know a little bit more about the show than I probably should. I already know a little bit what happens. Let's just say I know someone who says that they're Madara isn't actually Madara.
Oh, you got spoiled?
Oh, dude, no. I've had that spoiled for me for years. Well before I ever even got into Naruto. But I'm still looking forward to it, man. Because, I love the character. Like, it's a villain. It's a villain. At the end of the day, like, Madara, Pain, For some reason, I really dug Zabuza. I really dug him.
I don't
too.
blame you.
I really dug him, but dude, you're in the best part. Thank you, Alex. Yeah, I'll say I'm ready, man. But what would you say is one hot take that you would have on anime?
Anime in general? Ooh.
Yeah.
Damn. How do I not have these type of answers ready off the top of my head? How am I? Oh my goodness, these are great questions. Hot take. Fan service should not be a thing. I don't know if that's a hot take or not, but fan service really does not need to be there.
Okay.
By fan service, I mean when they have the girls showing off a little too much.
Yeah.
Of what's up here and down there in the posterior. I'm like, y'all don't need to be doing that. It's come on now. Like I get it. Like shonen is typically aimed towards young boys, but I'm like, it's still weird. Come on now.
Yeah.
No, it's weird.
So my wife is not an anime fan whatsoever.
Right.
And it never fails. She always pays attention right when Naruto busts out his sexy ninjutsu, or when there's a weird angle. Yeah, Red said it the best. A weird angle on one of the female characters, and it's like that's not what the story's about, man. Like it's just there.
No, Ero, the worst offender of that, Fairy Tail. They abuse the shit out of fans. I kid you not. I'm literally in the middle of watching Fairy Tail, right? This is probably one of the biggest mistakes I've ever done with watching anime. I'm watching Fairy Tail in the library of the University of Calgary, right? Just chilling. All of a sudden, fan service, like the worst possible thing. I close my laptop so quickly. I'm like, I'm never making the mistake again. Never again am I making that mistake.
Oh
my goodness. It was so bad. But yeah, no, fan service, I'm tired of seeing it.
Yeah. Worst anime that you have ever watched. If you don't have one, that's okay too. But
that is a good question. By worst anime, could I call something that's just it was all right?
I'm gonna say it just maybe overhyped, or something that everyone was telling you, hey, watch this, and then you watched it and you just couldn't give two shits.
Oh, okay, yeah. Fairy Tail is probably gonna be one of the ones I'm just it's not for me. It's not for me.
For sure.
I literally, when I first started watching it, right, I thought it was pretty good. And then I stopped watching it to watch JoJo's and start One Piece. First of all, JoJo's is amazing. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, y'all need to watch that. That's peak fiction right there.
Oh, I'm slowly getting into JoJo's, but I'm trying to finish Shippuden before anything else.
Smart. A good idea is to take it one anime at a time, because I made the mistake of watching multiple anime at once, and you burn out so quickly because of that.
Yeah.
So just take it one anime at a time. So catch up on one, then watch another one, then watch another one. It helps you segment, remember what happens in each one a lot better.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, I'm gonna say Fairy Tail for sure, just because when I was watching it, I was like, it's pretty decent, it's pretty nice, I like it. And then I watched One Piece right afterwards, and I realized that Fairy Tail is the most diluted, watered down version of One Piece that I've ever seen in my life. I'm like, what the fuck is this? What is this? So literally everything Fairy Tail does, One Piece does so 10 times better. I'm like, this is insane. It's crazy. That and literally no one dies. There's literally no consequences. For example, the headmaster there, I think his name is Makarov. They have him quote unquote die 4 times, and he's still alive. I'm at that point, the significance of his death means nothing.
Right.
So I'm like, no, it's so useless. So Fairy Tail. I'm gonna say Fairy Tail.
For sure.
And it's not even it's bad. Sorry to interrupt, but it's not even that it's bad. It's just compared to everything that I've seen, it's just
yeah.
And then on top of the fan service on top of that, I'm like, it's just not for me.
Yeah, I get that. I say I know of some people who have told me Fairy Tail is one of their favorites, and every time I watch a trailer for it, or I see something about it, I'm like, really? That one?
Yeah, those people are what we like to call delusional. That's what we like to call them over here.
I've been told one of my old coworkers I worked with at Buffalo, his name is Julian, shouts out. He said that his two tops are Fairy Tale and then Seven Deadly Sins.
Right.
You need to get that?
Oh, Seven Deadly Sins? Okay, that one I actually enjoy. That one I actually do enjoy.
Right.
Yeah, Seven Deadly Sins I actually enjoy. But Fairy Tale is just, nah, I can't do it. I just can't.
For sure. All right. So first question from Mr. Jedi Joker 93. Joker, how you doing, my brother? If you could trade lives with any video game character, who would it be, and why?
See, most people would be like, "Oh, choose Spider-Man, choose Batman." Do you see the lives that they live, bro? It's literally a war, like with themselves mentally and physically every day.
Right.
No, none of them. Superpowers would be cool, but no. Honestly, probably Nathan Drake.
Okay.
That'd be super cool, bro. You're living the lavish explorer lifestyle because I've always wanted to travel, and Nathan Drake is literally traveling to the most exotic places in the world, finding treasures that have been lost to time itself. And I'm like, finding that would be insane. Of course, it's obviously like the insane death traps and stuff there. But
Oh yeah.
I'm choosing Nathan Drake. Yeah, I'm choosing Nathan Drake.
Fair enough. Let's see here. Mr. Entity would like to know, what is your top guilty pleasure anime?
That is. I don't know. Oh my goodness, who is calling me right now? 1 second.
Do you need to take that?
Just give me 1 quick second.
You're good. So we'll take a quick intermission here while Nahom figures out what the hell's going on. But chat, how we doing? I hope everybody's chilling, big chilling. This episode's absolutely fire. I appreciate it, Matthias. I knew this one was going to be great. So, if I have to wade through the stuff that I won't enjoy to reach the good stuff, then is the good stuff really worth it? Very true, Entity. Very true, my friend. That's I don't know. That's how I've been with a few different things, trying to figure out other shows to watch and whatnot. But Fairy Tail sucks. Fair enough. I'd say that one's on Netflix though, isn't it? Naom's the GOAT. Yeah, brother. I knew I was excited for this one, man. I mean, I'm excited for them all. But oh, I hear the man's back.
I am so sorry for that. I cannot lie.
Hey,
I'm
you're
so
good,
sorry.
man. You're good, man. Everything all right?
That was my family who was calling. My dad just came back from work, and my mom made dinner. So she was just asking, like, "Oh, are you guys still doing the interview?" And they were just asking because dinner was ready. So it's like, "Yeah, I'll just come up as soon as I'm done."
Tell her I'll take a plate. I'm sure it's delicious.
Shit, I got you. I think she made like rice with shrimp right now. Oh my goodness, this smelled so nice when I went upstairs.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, I'll go ahead and we'll go ahead and start wrapping this up here, so you can go get some din.
All right, no worries.
All right, let's see here. Question from Matthias. If you could get canceled for one of your tweets, what tweet are you deleting after the E Cast?
That is a good question. Give me 1 quick second.
I don't need y'all seeing those DMs, bro. Not that we're hiding anything in there, but I'm gonna say, tell Mama I want some of that shrimp and rice, bro. Yeah, I don't even understand my love of fried rice. Nahom's Twitter is goddamn.
And we are back. Um, okay, so let's see. A tweet? I tweet so much. That's the issue. I think I made a tweet once where okay, I remember. I rarely ever delete my stuff when it comes to wait, can you hear me by the way?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay, cool. I thought I didn't unmute myself for a second. I was about to slap the hell out of myself. When it comes to tweeting, I tweet a lot, but one I know for sure. Okay, so what had happened was have you heard about the puppy girl Jenna thing? Have you heard of who she is?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, so pretty much like a white woman, right? Who just acts like a dog. Literally just pretends that she's a dog, like on a leash, everything, in public, everything. And all I said, I quote tweeted one of her videos, and I just said, just hear me out. That's all I said. All I said was just hear me out.
Oh my god.
That's all I said. And I'm not even talking about like, the chain and everything. I was just talking because her ass was fat. That was all I was saying. And when I tell you the amount of vitriol and backlash I got from that, that was probably by far the one that I regret the most. That is by far the one I regret the most. But yeah, I tweet a lot. And it's like the most random stuff that I tweet on like my personal account. So like it's funny as hell. Is it cool if I actually link that as well?
Yeah,
might as well.
Go ahead. Let's see.
Got you.
Oh my lord. You may not be able to link it in the Twitch chat. Cause yeah, but if you DM it to me on Discord, I'll throw it in there.
You got it.
Oh lord, that's funny. Let's see. We got another question from Jedi as well. For an anime rookie, after Attack on Titan, what would be what I watch next?
Great question. Normally, when I recommend animes for first timers, Attack on Titan usually isn't the one that I recommend, just because it like has a lot of heavy themes. The further you get on into it, I usually recommend something like Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer is a great introductory anime.
Yep.
Death Note as well. Those are my first two recommendations always, because they're like not super long. Like Demon Slayer, I think we just technically finished season 3. I don't know if we count the movie itself as a season. So technically, like season 2 was the Infinite, or what's it called?
I get it. Like I say, they call it the Mugen Train arc, is what they call it.
So technically, season 3. Yes. Fuck it. Season 3 is the Entertainment District arc. So yeah, technically 3 seasons right now. Technically. And then with Death Note, I think it's only about, how many is there? Like 36 episodes, I think, and they're all on Netflix as well. Super easy to watch through. So yeah, those are probably my first recommendations that I would say.
Fair enough.
For people who want to get into it.
I'll 100% agree. Demon Slayer. I mean, I bought a Demon Slayer coloring book today, if that tells you anything.
Oh yeah, no, it's a great series. I will say though, here's my thing when it comes to Demon Slayer. I'm caught up on the manga, so I know everything that's gonna happen. I'm not gonna spoil. But one thing I will say for sure, the animation does play a big part into the hype. I'm gonna say that right now.
Yeah, it does.
Like, I love the characters. Don't get me wrong. The characters and the animation is what kind of carries it. But like the animation, that definitely puts everything over the top. Because I think when it won Anime of the Year back in 2018, it should not have won. What should have won instead was Vinland Saga, or as I like to call it, Peakland Saga. That shit is in my top 5 favorite mangas / animes of all time. It is so good. So good.
Fair enough. I say, Red over here says One Punch Man.
Oh, yeah. Funny enough, I haven't seen season 2 yet of One Punch Man. I've been meaning to get on that for forever. I just never have. I don't know why.
I say that one. That one's also on my list as well. I mean, my list is a mile long at this point. Between Alex and Sizzlin, and then of course I've taken some recommendations from you as well as a few other people as well. But
now, are you into sports by any chance?
Yes and no, depending on the sport.
Okay, could I ask which sports?
Are you going to tell me to watch Haku or however you say it?
Haikyuu? I mean, you could, but like, I don't know. I had other recommendations in mind.
Oh,
I had
okay,
other ones in mind.
I mean, I'm a football guy at heart, but I mean,
Gotcha.
UFC, a little bit of basketball, but like I don't understand the game as much as I would like to. And then ironically enough, I'm a big golf guy. I like to watch golf.
Golf, huh?
Yeah.
Because I know for basketball, I know there's an anime called Kuroko no Basket, one of my favorite sports animes of all time. And then if you want to go something in like the fighting realm, I haven't seen it yet, but I know for sure Hajime no Ippo is your one. That's the one that you should watch.
Okay.
For sure. Because it's literally just boxing. And I heard that it's one of the best sports animes of all time. So I'm like, if a lot of people are saying that and there's literally like no criticisms I've seen of it, yeah, that's the one you should go for.
Fair enough. Sure. And then, of course, Brackle's over here saying also hockey by proxy, which, I mean, I do enjoy hockey as well, but she's much more of a hockey fan than I am.
I've never been a big fan of hockey, to be honest. If I'm ever tuning in, it's mainly just to watch the fights. I can't lie.
I mean, yeah, I don't.
Like my dad is kind of into hockey. Like he'll watch when there's a game on, but I don't know. I've never been a big fan.
Fair enough. It looks like I've got one final question for you from the chat, of course. A question for Mr. Nahom. What's an underrated anime in your opinion?
Oof, good question. An anime that no one talks about, Vinlon Saga. No one ever talks about it. I've never seen anyone mention it, which is so weird because if you pay attention to the story and what's going on, especially because the first season was only a prologue. Okay, well, I should probably preface this by saying like I read manga for a lot of stuff as well, so I'm already caught up in what's going on in the manga of Vinland Saga. So the story that's about to play out is going to hurt your soul in the best way possible. It is so good. So Vinland Saga is so underrated. So yeah, that's my answer right there for you.
Fair enough.
Can I ask what your underrated anime is?
I mean, I haven't watched a whole lot, which Alex is also saying Vinland is fucking great.
Oh yeah.
Honestly, if there's one anime that I have seen, and I've seen the full show of that I don't ever hear people talk about, and I feel like if they watched it, maybe they'd enjoy it, is a show called The Big O.
The Big O.
It was on.
What's that about?
It was on Toonami back in the days of like when Dragon Ball Z was airing, Inuyasha, all of that.
Ooh, Inuyasha's a throwback. God.
Yeah. No, pretty much. Long story short, it's like the main guy is pretty much Bruce Wayne. He's a millionaire who has a whole bunch of tech and whatnot. He has a robotic butler who I believe turns into his love interest, and pretty much he pilots this giant robot mech that fights off kaijus basically that come and try to destroy the city. It was only like 12 episodes. It got canceled pretty much immediately. I loved it. But, like, you need to understand, I grew up as a Power Rangers kid. So, giant monsters coming Power in. Rangers. Yeah, man. Like, giant monsters coming in, and, like, Godzilla. Like, I love all that shit. I don't know. There was just something about it. I really dug it. Like, the animation wasn't super great. But, like, the voice acting was good. And, like, you just don't ever see anything of it. And for whatever reason, that show's just in my brain all the time. And actually, we just looked it up the other day on YouTube. And I can watch the entire series on YouTube because God knows you can't watch it anywhere else.
Fair. No, I get you.
So that would be my That'd be my choice. Would be the Big O.
I mean, I could link you a couple websites where I'm watching anime, but it's like completely for free. Like I'm not paying for it at all, and I can link it to you in the Discord easily for you.
Fair enough. I say
Oh,
I.
quick.
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Well,
Cool.
I have. I'm gonna say I have the premium Funimation or whatever, and then I'm gonna be switching that over to. Unfortunately, gonna have to switch it over to Crunchyroll before too long.
Aren't they merging into one now? I think Crunchyroll bought over Funimation. Is that what I heard?
Originally, they had talked about it, and originally it was, I guess, the other way around. Was Funimation had bought Crunchyroll, but now they're saying it's reversed, and Crunchyroll bought Funimation. So Funimation's library is now being put into Crunchyroll, which I don't know how. I don't know how I don't know how I feel about it, but is what it is.
Okay, good to know. Okay, so I got two things to answer. One, I see Jedi Joker asking if Bleach is any good.
Yep.
Now I have a story experience with Bleach.
Oh boy.
I remember I first watched the anime, and I thought it was okay. I thought it was like nothing too crazy, right? And then, after a while, I had like my anti-Bleach agenda that I was pushing on Twitter and whatever, as one would. And then I was like, you know what? The 1,000-Year Blood War arc is coming up in the anime. I can't wait. Might as well let me reread, but this time read the manga instead of watching the anime. And when I tell you, reading the manga changes your perspective so much rather than just watching the anime, I don't know what happened. Like, now I'm a huge fan of Bleach. Like, I can't wait for the anime to come out. Like, I don't know what happened. The manga is just so much better to read through than watching the anime. I don't know why. It was just, the experience itself was just better. I don't know. Like, there's nothing that I can explain that properly, there we go, that properly addresses how my mind shifted to it. Maybe it's just because I got older, I matured, and I realized, Bleach is fire. Maybe it's just, the manga medium worked better rather than the anime when it came to Bleach.
Right.
No clue. All I know is beautiful series. Great. And then, what was it? Second thing that I was going to say. I remember we mentioned Power Rangers earlier, and we're both big fans.
Oh, yeah.
Which is your favorite Power Ranger series?
Lost in Space.
Damn. Okay, I see you. Not a lot of people say Lost in Space.
Like, don't get it twisted. Don't get twisted. Mighty Morphin, goated. Zeo, goated. Turbo, goated. SPD, goated. Lost in Space, I think, had one of the best themes. And also, like, I feel like it was almost like a darker time in Power Rangers. You know what I mean? Like the way it started, and just like all the way to the end. Also, the Psycho Rangers at the end of the series, and like
that is true.
I was I was in junior high and still watching Power Rangers because that shit had me hooked. And yes, Red Andros was cute AF because he was.
Now, let me remember which ones was my. Actually, I remember off the top of my head which one was my first favorite. Mystic Force. Mystic Force was probably, I think, the first Power Ranger series that I've ever seen, and to this day still remains my favorite. Very, very close second is SPD. Very close second is SPD.
SPD was super good.
Of course, original Power Rangers, Mighty Morphin, goated. I love Power Rangers Zeo. Jungle Fury, amazing.
Yep.
Wild Force, awesome series. And then I think, and Dino Thunder. Almost forgot Dino Thunder. Dino Thunder is. Oh
yeah.
Shout out my boy Tommy Oliver, the GOAT himself. Come on now, don't ever disrespect his name.
Mr. Jason David Frank.
You get me.
Nah, man.
Yeah, those are probably my favorite.
Zeo, I think, had the best theme.
Yeah.
And like coming home from school, turning on the TV, and then there it was, man. Like, oh god, I loved it. Saturday mornings back in the day, watching cartoons on the WB, and then there's Zeo,
No, I think Zeo and SBD probably were my personal favorites in terms of themes.
Yeah,
Like theme songs, those are probably my two favorites. Those
100.
went so hard.
100%. Both were super good.
Um,
But I
oh
mean,
yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Lost in Space, like I also like because of course I did. I had the what do they call it? The little communicator that also like the morpher. There you go, morpher. I had that morpher, and you always like had to punch in the codes with the Lost in Space one. I had that bitch.
Oh yeah.
I had that bitch memorized.
Jesus.
Like
And
three.
I was the same way with the what's it called, the Mystic Force one, because the way
Yeah.
it worked, it was like a flip phone, so you had to flip it open. The code was to when you had to switch, you go 1, 2, 3, you click up, like you click OK, and then you go like, I still remember the hand movements and everything. Oh my goodness, it was so good. I wanted that more for so badly in my life. I never got it, but I swear to
Yeah.
you, now that I have money, oh, that's probably gonna be one of my first purchases. I'm going to buy one.
There it is, Red. Yeah, I was gonna say when you flipped open the wrist morpher, it was 335, and then you clicked it, and then some sirens went off, and then you transformed into the Ranger.
Memories, man. Oh, now I feel
gosh.
old as shit. God.
Tell me about it. Tell me
Oh.
about it. You're sitting over here saying Mystic Force was the first one that you saw. Like that shit aired when I was almost graduated.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. So you want to talk about feeling old?
All right. I get you.
But I mean, I also watched Mighty Morphin. I also watched Mighty Morphin when it aired.
When it okay.
Yeah.
I have a general ballpark of how old you are. Got it.
And of course,
Got it.
my wife's a little older than I am, and she acts like she's ancient compared to me. So.
Oh yeah, that I did the same thing with my parents. I mentioned like, oh man, I feel old as hell, and I look at my dad. I'm like, if I'm old, you must be like Stone Age or something. I bring that up every time. He gets pissed, but it's hilarious.
Yeah, definitely. You would have been a baby in when Mighty Morphin aired EROE. No, I watched it when it aired. I watched it when it aired.
You would have been like a toddler.
I still watched it when it aired. I'm turning. Red says I'm turning 35 tomorrow. Eham is younger than me. Let that be a hint. And then yes, Beehive, youngins, tell me about it. Yes, Beehive, we know that you're the elder of the group. It's okay, sir.
Hey, but happy early birthday to you, Red Bro.
There you go, man.
But yeah, Mystic Force is pure memories for me.
But all right, chat listeners, that has been episode 5 of the E-Cast. First and foremost, I would like to give a quick and final shout out to my main man, Mr. Nahom over here, for being the guest of episode 5. It has been an honor to have you, my good friend.
Pleasure to be here, man. Really appreciate it.
And as always, one last time, ! Nahom in chat. You can go follow this man on everything and anything. Also, for my listeners, it will be down in the description below. So make sure you do me a favor, go hit him up, tell him EROE sent you, tell him that you found him off the E-Cast. He will know exactly what you mean. And ladies and gentlemen, keep your eyes and ears open for episode 6 announcement coming within the following week. I am finishing up a few small things for the next few episodes. I'm hoping I can cross my T's and dot my I's, if you know what I mean. But, ladies and gentlemen, I do appreciate you all stopping by. Make sure you go check out the next episode, and we'll see you in the next one.